Tonight we are taking the long drive to meet up with some friends at the Dry River Campground at Crawford Notch, New Hampshire. We didn't arrive last night until almost midnight. After 8 hours on the road and working all day, we were pretty beat. Parked the Jeep, got the tent set up, and headed off to bed. We awoke this morning to dreary skies. The weather forecast is calling for heavy rain and localized flooding for the next 24 to 30 hours. We chatted on what hikes to do over morning coffee. In the end, we decided to hike Mount Williard, which is close to camp and relatively short. Rain or shine, the drive to the Notch was simply incredible.
Follow the DJ's paths. So should we get close, I think?
Oh, you know what? Smashing pipes up.
Williard is a nice little hike. Being just over 3 miles or 5 kilometers round trip, it climbs steadily until you pop out with a great view of Crawford Notch Road and the railroad. However, today the scenery was fully obscured by cloud cover.
Awesome. Do you want your picture? Want a group photo? What are you guys doing? A little video as we're...
A little damp descent on Williard. Got to see lots of clouds though. The hike crosses the Conway Scenic Railway, which was built in 1875 to bring tourism into the Notch. Crawford Depot train station, along with many other hotels, were built shortly thereafter to support the influx of tourists into the area. However, over time, most were either destroyed by fire or left into ruins, with the exception of the famous Mount Washington Hotel, which is still in operation today. The rain continued through the afternoon and into the night. We huddled under a tarp around the buddy heater to keep warm, and then finally headed to bed, being lulled to sleep by the lilting sound of the rain.
Hanging out at the Dry River Campground. Not so dry. At least 24 hours of really heavy rain. The river here is just flowing like crazy. Anyway, we're packing up and heading towards Stowe today. All right, Jesse, this one's for you. Coming to get some of your coffee. And look what we found.
Together, you treat your neighbors right, because that.
stopped at the Von Trapp Brewery, up high above Stowe. The Trapp family has quite an interesting story. They led a very successful singing career before leaving their native Austria about the time World War II was about to break out. Eventually, they settled in rural Stowe, Vermont. You may recognize their name from the Broadway musical, The Sound of Music, which tells their story.
A couple nice beers at the Von Trapp Brewery, and we found these tall boy koozies. Never seen them before, so we picked up a couple and we'll have them to bring with us. We're just about to drive all the way around Lake Champlain to get to Saranac, and we stopped at a gas station and they said, oh, well, you're going to take the ferry, it's only 10 minutes away, instead of driving all the way around. So what a bonus. And it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the background. Looking forward to getting on the boat. Front row seats on the ferry ride across Lake Champlain. Weather turned out great.
We were able to find a great dispersed camp spot near Saranac Lake for the night. Headed down this flooded path in the dark certainly added to the excitement of exploring a new area. Like a lot of Crown Land spots back home, there was some garbage left at this site, but overall it was relatively clean. We made tuna melts and enjoyed the warmth of the fire before heading to bed.
We found a great campsite just outside Saranac, New York here, and the Jeep definitely was beneficial for getting us in here. Was a few little puddles and things. There was a tent and some garbage laying around, some brand new chairs, which is strange, but anyway, slept pretty well, getting some breakfast going. Had some leftovers from a nice breakfast that we had in, what was the name of the town, babe? Littleton Diner, and it was fantastic. We stopped in there. It had been around since early 1900s, I think, so that was pretty neat to be in a historic place like that. There's a few campsites where we are and a couple other people, but it's super quiet, and the sun has come up here this morning warming us up because it is around zero. Anyway, we'll get some breakfast into us.
We made our way to the trailhead of St. Regis Mountain. St. Regis is a 10-kilometer round-trip hike rated as moderately challenging. The trail winds its way through deciduous forest for a good portion of the hike, then transitions to steeper, rockier terrain to the summit. Here we were greeted with spectacular views of the surrounding area.
wins! Almost to the top of St. Regis, into the rocky section. Gorgeous hike though, through the woods. A lot of beech trees and maple. Really nice. Some stairs getting close to the summit. Go, Becky.
Get me coming to the top and I feel like I'm dying.
Victorious moments. Made it up. A little breezy. Cool. Still has the big fire tower here.
It's warning me that it's too loud up here for our ears the past 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
The wind is the decibel.
And that's it. St. Regis wrapped up. It's a great hike, beautiful day, and we could see for miles from the summit, although it was a little windy, especially up on the fire tower. Lots of fun though, eh, babe?
That's fun. Kept my hat on.
We finished a great hike and headed into Saranac Lake for a reward of dinner and a sample of a couple local craft brews. After dinner, we walked the town, then made our way back to our camp spot. Looks like we have some company for the night.
Cool start here in the middle of October. And another great stay at our dispersed camping just north of Saranac. Just getting some coffee going and pack up and heading north to go home. What a great trip.
Well, this wraps up a fantastic 4-day exploratory trip through Ontario, Quebec, New Hampshire, Vermont, and finally New York State. The weather wasn't always on our side, but we were rewarded with waterfalls, rushing rivers, amazing fall colors, mountaintops, and great dispersed camping. Cannot wait to return for more overlanding adventures through New England. I hope you enjoyed our trip as much as we did. If you like this video, you can check out more of our adventures, such as the day at the off-grid cabin or this amazing overland camp spot we found here. Thanks so much for watching.